Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this vlog is one of my very special vlogs. Well, last week's was pretty fun and pretty cool and I really enjoyed it, but this week is very momentous. I am buying my first car. It hasn't settled in. This week I have uni as usual, work as usual, but on Wednesday, because I don't have a uni class, I'm going to travel 5 hours to go and get my car. The reason I'm traveling 5 hours is because currently, obviously around the world, there is a car shortage, and I don't know, I can't speak for all companies, but Hyundai, which is the car I'm getting a Hyundai i30 in Amazon Grey. If you're wondering, it's just the base model, nothing crazy, but still a really good car. When I went and did a test drive, I knew going into it that there was about a 2 to 3 month waiting period. And so when I went to the dealership, I asked him just to double check I had the right information, and he said the exact same answer that I just told you, and he gave me a reason why. It's because the factories that make their Hyundais are not allowing them to bring in stock. So basically, if a customer orders a car, that is the only time they're making it. It's basically specific to whether the customer buys or not. And I am in the market. I hadn't found any in my color. I can't tell if the Amazon Grey is popular or it's just not as popular, because either if it's popular, it's being sold quickly. If it's not popular, they're not producing it as much. But basically, I've just been looking. I hadn't been doing anything crazy. I had the money to do it, so that wasn't my issue. It was just finding one, and I had to also test drive one. So we hadn't got around to test driving, and my uncle has been helping me search. We came across one that was at a dealership 5 hours away, and I said, well, I haven't test driven a Hyundai yet, so we decided that was the best thing to do before we even consider purchasing that car. So I went down with my pop and we test drove that same car, and I loved it, absolutely loved it, couldn't fault it. Obviously, I will probably find faults when I start driving it, but for now, I'm very happy with how it drove. It was so nice, so smooth. And so I got home and I talked to my uncle, and for me, this has been like 4 months of research, so I haven't been going fast, but I think it was the fact of going from just looking to actually considering buying was a big leap, and to be test driving and then considering buying a car in the same day was like, whoa. But basically, because the dealer told us that there weren't any in stock or anything like that, that you had to go on a waiting list, then that really sort of went through my mind. I'm just sort of like going through my process. I think it's really important to like talk about that part of the process. You can skip ahead if you don't want to listen to this, but I just feel like it'd be interesting to listen to if you guys are considering buying a car in the future. But basically, because he can't bring in stock, the dealer really wasn't pushing us to buy one that was on the lot or anything like that. He was just really relaxed, which was great for me. There was a sale going on in April, which was making the cars cheaper, I should say, in value, and that was what sort of got me sort of considering the car, because obviously if I wait 2-3 months, I have to pay whatever the price is at that point, and obviously we don't know what the car market's going to be like, whether or not, you know, it's going to pick up, or there's still going to be this customer has to order for them to bring in stock sort of situation. And I really did not want to pay full price of the car. This dealership was doing a sale of that car. I was like, well, it's the color I want. I've test driven it. I love it. Love the color. I had the money, and there's really nothing preventing me except the distance. And the next thing we did is my uncle rang them up. He went through and started a conversation about it and explained that I was interested in buying it. So then the lady rang me and talked to me, and I basically asked her for a quote on how much it would take to bring it up to where I live, and we worked out, once we did that and how much petrol it would cost us to drive down there, it was much cheaper. Go down and pick it up ourselves. Obviously, we're going to do it in one day, not stay overnight. So that is where we are now. I am going down on Wednesday with my grandparents. They're going to come with me, which is really nice, and we're going to pick it up. I've already paid a deposit on the car, so it is mine, and when you look on the website, it's sold, which is really fun and really cool to see that I've bought it. Like, I'm the one that put that sold sign on the car sort of thing. So I'm very excited, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. And then I'll drive it back home. I am also looking at getting a second job. If you haven't been keeping up my vlogs, you wouldn't know that, or you might not even know I had a second job. I was a tutorer, but unfortunately the company closed down. So I'm back to just having my one job, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that one job. For, as I've explained, my long-term goals, I need to have two jobs. It just makes more sense for me. It puts me in a comfortable position, basically. So I've just been applying to a bunch of jobs over the past couple of weeks. I've done the same thing tonight, and fingers crossed something comes back in the next week or so, hopefully. We shall see. I seriously have a despise for tolls. Like, I despise them with a passion. Basically, my pops mapped out the route that's going to be to go down there, and he worked out the cost of tolls, and it's going to cost $42, like, total round trip, just to go and get my car. Love my life. Love my life. And it just has to be that unfortunate week where I didn't work last week, so I'm not getting a paycheck this week, and the paycheck would have helped just a little bit. But it's okay, we're alright, we have the money. It's 10:15. I am up, I've had breakfast, and I am about to start my uni work. My plans for today is to basically finish my assignment. When I say finish, I mean have edited all my sources, so that part of the assignment's done, have a draft of my 450 words, and then that will be done for today, so that tomorrow I can just edit it and get my referencing. That's my goal. And then I'm going to do a history lecture, I'm going to do prep for my EDUC subject, and then I also want to edit my YouTube video. So that's what we're planning to do today. I just thought I'd come on and give that little bit of a rant of my morning. But yeah, it's raining today. It wasn't meant to rain today, but it should finish soon by the looks of it. But it's not meant to rain when I get my car up, which is a good thing. From uni now. I went and got my bank check, I did my classes, and now I'm going to clean out my car. I'm so sad, like so sad, but it needs to be done. So I'm going to basically take everything out, rubbish and all, which shouldn't be too much. I don't have that much rubbish in it, which is pretty good. I tend to take my rubbish out as I go. I don't really like leave it around. And then I'm gonna clean the inside of the car, because number one, I usually take my car through like the 7-Eleven car wash because it's like $14, so it's really cheap. Number two, my baby is going in the shed, so there's no point in me washing it because it's just gonna get dust and stuff from the shed. So I won't do that until we actually sell the car. But yeah, if you're wondering, we're not trading it in because I don't own this car. It's my nan and pop's car, so it's their choice as to what they want to do with it. So I am just getting a new car. But yeah, I feel good now I've got the blank check. Fingers crossed that goes alright. But yeah, I thought because my grandparents aren't home, I'd film me cleaning the car out.
Gathered by the sea, sand people anxiously, not once did speak to me.
I hate the sound of popping balloons. My earring maybe? Ah.
Came, did not flee. That each spoke the same, had the same dreams, same pain and same feelings, staring at the sea in what was left of me. Lay me down by the beach with my sand people.
Everything is done with the car now. I have got insurance. I had my registration, obviously, to get the insurance. She sent that through today. Other car is clean and in the shed now, ready for this new car. We are getting up at 5 to leave at 5:30. I don't know what I want to do tonight because another fun thing was my uni assignment that's due this Friday was delayed a big week back. The Vice Chancellor just decided for all courses that if there isn't an essay or an assignment or something like that due this week that they would prolong it. I think that's what it was, something like that, so we don't have to give it until next Friday, and I have one part to do left of it. So I do have another assignment due next Friday as well. So I'm not going to leave it. I'll get that done this week sometime. But for now, I think tonight all I'm going to do is my PowerPoint for my science presentation, which is due next Friday. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm much calmer now that I have my bank check and I have my insurance. So it will be insured from tomorrow, because you can choose when you want to start your insurance. So I'm starting it. Obviously tomorrow, there's no point having the car insured today when it's not being driven anywhere. I've packed my handbag with like my garage key, my door key, like everything that I had in my other car that I need essential stuff like the garage key, I've put in my bag so I can transfer it into my car. I got charging my laptop now. I don't know if I'll take it down with me. I'll see how I go. Just for something else to do in the car. Probably need to charge my AirPods is another thing. It's crazy, and I'm like a little bit, I don't think many people talk about this when they get a car, but like a little bit sad about the money. Like, I guess because I saved for so long and now it's just all gone. A little bit hurtful, but it's okay. Good morning, everyone. So it is currently almost 12 o'clock. I just got home from the shops, which you would have just seen, and no one's home. So I thought I'd give you a proper tour of the car. I did film a little really dodgy one on my phone this morning before I went to class. I wasn't going to do a proper one because number one, it was in a car park, and number two, I didn't want to film at home just because obviously my grandparents, and it's a bit awkward. But I thought I'd give you a really quick one before they get home. Okay, so here is my car. It is the Hyundai i30 2022 in the space grey. I just associated my car's colour with a colour that Apple brings out for iPhones. I did not mean to say space grey. It is the Amazon grey colour. Please excuse that. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Show you the boot. Oh, my car's locked. Hee. I'm so not used to my mirrors unfolding or anything like that. This is what it looks like inside. It is a big boot and I love it, and I'm so grateful for it. I think it's so cool. And then it just comes down like so. The back of the car, it's got a folding down thing with cup holders on the side, window things, aircon, just like little holder in the back. I think the back is very spacious for the size of the car, like what you're getting for it. I'm pretty impressed with it. Like, it's still got a lot of leg room even though it is a smaller car. And then in the front, you obviously have your stuff on the side, your passenger and your driver's seat. Then on here you can see that currently it's got showing that the car door is open, but usually it would have the speed I'm currently going at. It has how many more kilometers I've done so far, and then usually above it tells me how many Ks I have left until I need to get petrol. The petrol thing telling me how much I've got left, which is so good. And then obviously on that side, that's got my odometer. Then I have my Apple CarPlay, which I adore. I love having my maps on here especially. And I love the fact I can play music now, which is so good. Didn't have Bluetooth in my old car. That auto locks. The car auto locks as soon as I drive away, which is super duper good. I have front and rear heating, which is so cool. I just want to clarify when I'm talking about like how cool the front and rear heating buttons are. It's because in my old car I didn't have that. It was just like a turn dial, so it was just cool that I had two buttons I could just choose, like specifically pick. That's what I was saying. I did have rear heating and front heating in my other car. Just the buttons were cool, okay? And obviously different types of heating, AC, stuff like that. Then I have my gear stick. And then this is my handbrake. So my thing, I only have to put that on when I park, not when I drive off, which is super duper good. Cup holders, my little glove box. And yeah, that's literally it. I love this car. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to buy the car. And yeah, I've sort of explained the whole situation about it, but I love it and I'm be happy with it. I loved my old car, but it was definitely time for an upgrade. So yeah, but now I'm just going to get into some warmer clothes because our house is made of tiles. Not made, the floor is tiles, so it gets really, really cold in winter and I am freezing. So I'm gonna get some trackies on and chill out and get some work done, but you're not missing much else, that's for sure. So I forgot to end off this vlog, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I really, really am so excited that I get to share this experience with you. It's definitely a big milestone for me to be able to buy my own car, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. And I have driven it so much. It's currently, well, when you're watching this, it will be a week and a bit since I've had the car, and it's incredible. I love it. I love driving, but the fact that it just has everything I want while I'm driving now just makes my experience so much better. But I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in next week's video, which will be around very, very soon.